Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Hello. Hi. So you made it all the way to the Best of's final episode. Thank you so much. I'm honored. So a few things. First of all, I just want to say a very special thanks again to Jay at Strange Kind Studios. You may have heard their show Mercy, and I definitely recommend you check it out. A very, very cool show. They were so kind to share the trailer on their channel, and that's brought more listeners. So thank you, Jay. A few pieces of business. I don't really ask this very often, but please, if you can, subscribe, follow, comment, rate, review on any and all channels. That's super helpful. Always feels very encouraging. And then, just so you know, on the website streamly.com/Hugo Pierre Martin, it's a company that does like signed prints and stuff, but they also do audio shout outs. So some of you may be fans of Chamber. And others, I don't know, you just want about a minute or so of voiceover for $50 from a professional voice actor on a really good microphone. And you can ask for whatever you want. I'm doing that to raise funds to pay the actors and artists for this next season. So check that out, see if it's within your budget, or share it on with people who are fans of Valorant and Chamber. I didn't drop that in. I'm just saying Chamber. Anyway, that's about it. I'm going to try to talk less in between these things. The first clip I'm going to do is going to be from The Tale of Barnacle Harry. I loved making this one. I'm proud that I did all the voices. It was just a long time coming, just because when I first wrote, I just thought of the name Barnacle Harry, and then I was like, okay, why is he called Barnacle Harry? And I just wrote that, he was on the side of a pirate ship, and we wouldn't hear about it later. And so I decided to tell a story. Incidentally, it's kind of like something that happens in Bram Stoker's Dracula, but I've never read the book, and it's barely featured in the movie. So maybe that seeped into my unconscious, but I thought it was really funny how I came to the same conclusion of a vampire on a ship. So here we go.
Up there, on the quarterdeck, everything looked calm. Captain looked almost serene, looking out past the trail of hobbled men, past the sails into the horizon. He took my hand and placed it on the wheel. The sky was clear of all fog and clouds, and suddenly everything shone, including the waves.
What color is the water, Tully?
Captain? At this point, I had assumed he had grown quite mad, but he looked at me with enough clarity in his eyes that I knew he was serious. Perhaps a sapphire blue, Captain?
Close. That color is cerulean, the finest. Now, ultramarine, that's what we call lapis lazuli. If I could load my ship with as much as that as I have rum, I'd never need to captain a ship in my life ever again. Wouldn't have to worry about anyone drinking it either, you follow.
I think so, Captain, I said, witnessing a man help another man pull a knife out of his leg from the corner of my eye.
You paint, Lee?
Captain? Yes, a bit. How did you know? I mean, I'm a farmer, but yes.
I saw it in your fingernails. Soil, yes, but also pigment, unmistakable. I dabble myself. Perhaps I could show you in my quarters what I've been working on. It's lost on the others, you see. Maybe you could give me your opinion.
All right. The next two clips I'm going to do back to back are the lectures of Leopold Drake, which I had a lot of fun doing. You'll notice that the first is when he's younger, and then I kind of age his voice down a little bit, and also the sound quality is different. It was cool to kind of like investigate the kind of cultiverse. Definitely very inspired by LRH. And all that, probably inspired by Philip Seymour Hoffman's performance a little bit in The Master, not vocally necessarily, but here we go.
First, for the disabled and deformed who in vain seek immortality, may we accept its gifts and its curses alike. First, we are benevolent. Always we are benevolent. But sometimes we are vicious. I see some of you out there, some of you may think I've been cruel with you sometimes. Right. But our path is not a straight one, you know. Our path is like the path of the water down a drain or a spiral into the heavens. So you say I go right, I am cruel, but really you see I'm going left. Ultimately, I'm being cruel to be kind. That's what you all must remember. How little cruelty from me, how much cruelty out there, many of you know in the world. Perverted, contorted, absent of truth.
For the disabled and deformed who in vain seek immortality, may we accept its gifts and its curses alike. I'd like to talk about the 23rd taste, which goes, vengeance ingests itself. The snake is and is not a viable course. Beware the contradiction. I'll admit that when this came to me, I wasn't so clear on what it meant. I ate a snake once, and tasted like chicken. Vengeance, fear, and shame, these are the Holy Trinity. These are the three lines used to divide. We fear always, at all times, naturally. We can feel shame, deservedly, yes, also at all times. And then, vengeance, that which we must avoid at all costs, the thing that seeks to continue the cycle, more fear, more shame. Am I not my brother's keeper? Where do we go from here as we see those consumed by fear, yes, as well, shame, perhaps, being overcome by fear, but finally...
And finally, we're going to finish off with the latest season. What clip did I pick? I thought I'd feature a piece of the first episode, which is a finalist in a Colorado Web Fest, I believe. Thanks to David Menkin, Alejandro Antonio Ruiz, who are the actors in this episode. So you hear David and then you hear Antonio in Spanish, and I thought it would be a nice way to play us out, even if you don't speak Spanish. You can find the translation on the actual episode 1 of Orphans. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, translation by Seraph.
Please be patient with me as far as the new season, and I appreciate all and every bit of support. Hope you have a good spring and summer. Ciao.
Thank you.
Without him, everything in this world would feel like this past year, like a hallucination, like my wallpaper was this morning. So I remember to forget, and in forgetting, I find myself again. No. Who said that? He did, perhaps. Would I were rid of his presence. I always thought I would snap if I met him again, but with this change, I think I wouldn't care either way. I'm just not interested in people like that anymore, not to contradict, and certainly not to give any heat to. My hands were glowing. My powers didn't forgive. My powers didn't forget. But I could. I heard Caro speaking, but not to me. He was in a trance. I crept closer so as to hear.
Me regalaste una rosa, pero yo no más era un niño. Así que pensé que era un regalo que tenía que reciprocar, que debía plantar un jardín, y así lo hice. Mis manos se volvieron del color de la tierra, mis ojos reflejaron el cielo, y al venir las espinas me enseñé a no estremecerme ante la sangre, sino a sumergirla hasta lo más profundo para alimentar las raíces. ¿Te acuerdas de aquel conejo que me perseguía cuando era chiquito y cómo me asustaba? Te burlabas diciéndome que ese conejo era un vampiro. Te creí, porque ¿cómo no te iba a creer? ¿Por qué no creería todo lo que mi abuela me decía? Tú eras tus ojos, te solía mirar a los ojos. Incluso entonces sabía que podía mirar a través de ellos y en ellos podía ver que me querías ahí, pero también que querías que me fuera. Interioricé ese sentimiento de ser tanto importante como insignificante. Cómo el amor es trascendente, cómo el dolor es parte de amar y sin embargo me pides que lo olvide, que te olvide. No te puedo olvidar, no puedo.
Oh yeah, and for the heck of it, here is a song I wrote when I was a young man, wrote and recorded with my partner on violin, my brother on accordion, my friend Brian on drums. We were called Monkey Allen, just for fun. Have it going.
It don't make much sense why I live in this skin. Don't have many friends, hold my shaking hand. Used to step so strong on this earth for what it's worth. I don't care. Don't, no, I don't care. Feel a lazy kind and I feel a lazy kind of love for my indifference. Rock me to my sleep, oh, it'll rock me to my grave. I don't care. Don't, no, I don't care. One life to live with so much time away. I don't hate you, mama, but I hate the way you cause me so much pain. Oh, you cause me so much pain. Feel a lazy kind, and I feel a lazy kind of love for my indifference. Rock me to my sleep, it'll rock me to my grave. I don't care. Don't, no, I don't care. One life live with so much time away. I don't hate you, mama, but I hate the way you cause me so much pain. Whoa, you cause me so much pain. Cause me so much pain. Whoa, you cause me so much pain. Cause me so much pain. Whoa, you cause me so much pain. One life lived with so much time away. I don't hate you, mama, but I hate the way you cause me so much pain. You cause me so much pain. 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 You cause me so much pain.